council meeting. Any council members with announcements? Councilmember Syracuse.
Thank you, Pro Tem. Appreciate it. I have a few different announcements. One starting with this Thursday, the 19th of August. Thanks to the Donaldson Hermitage Neighborhood Association, they are hosting a State of Donaldson and Hermitage community meeting that will feature all of the area council members plus our state representative and U.S. congressman. So come on out this Thursday, the 19th at 6 o'clock at the Hermitage Precinct, 3701 James K. Lane, to hear from all your area elected representatives, federal, state, and local, at 6 p.m. this Thursday, the 19th. And the Donaldson Hermitage Neighborhood Association is also sponsoring litter pickups throughout the whole area of the Donaldson Hermitage Old Hickory area. And for the 15th district, our litter pickup will be this Saturday at 8 a.m. Meet at the Crossing Shopping Center where Publix is, and we will disperse from there. So litter pickup in District 15 this Saturday at 8 a.m. Meet at the Crossing Shopping Center where Publix is, and bring your gloves, and we'll make the community look great. The next one is for my neighbors in Donaldson Hills. We have a development potential at 2204 Lebanon Pike, and we are going to have a community meeting with that developer next Tuesday, 1 week from tonight, at 6:30 p.m. on August 24th at Donaldson Heights United Methodist Church on Fairway. So that'll be at 6:30 p.m. next Tuesday, the 24th, 6:30 p.m. To meet with the developer about a potential townhome development at 2204 Lebanon Pike. Thanks, Pro Tem.
Councilmember Toombs.
Thank you, Mr. President. Next Tuesday, August 24th at 6 p.m. at the William D. Bodenhamer Building, which is the North Precinct, there will be a District 2 community meeting. We'll be meeting in the community room. If there are any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to me. There will be several district updates, as well as a discussion regarding the rezoning request for 334 and 336 Ewing Drive. Thanks.
Thank you. Councilmember Bradford.
Thank you, Pro Tem. I have a few announcements for everyone. So this month's office hours are being moved back to the 28th due to a previously scheduled event this Saturday. And that will be, again, that will be 8/28 from 9 to 11 a.m. at the Duncan on Briley Parkway. Also, for my constituents, please pay attention on social media. I have scheduled a virtual development meeting for a potential development on Pleasant Hill Road. That is September 1st at 6 p.m. The information's on Facebook. Thirdly, I am organizing my next quarterly town hall. It will be on September 16th at 6 p.m. at Arlington United Methodist Church. And lastly, I look forward to welcoming everybody to District 13 this Saturday for BNA's 5K on the runway. And so I will be there. Councilmember Syracuse, Councilmember Rutherford will be there as well. So I look forward to everybody having a good, safe time this Saturday. And thank you so much.
Thank you. Councilmember O'Connell.
Thank you, Mr. Pro Tem. Wanted to make people available of a couple things, make people aware of a couple things. We've got a community meeting coming up next Thursday, August 26th, from 6 to 7 p.m. at Jones Paideia Elementary Magnet. That is over at 1800 9th Avenue North. And the purpose of that meeting is actually to discuss the future of the Buena Vista Elementary facility located at 1531 9th Avenue North, when previously home to Buena Vista Elementary. So there are going to be a number of potential futures for this. It is still a Metro Schools facility, and it's a potentially critical hub of activity, I hope, going forward well into the future, serving the historic Buena Vista and Cheatham Place communities adjacent to it. And I think this will be an important conversation. So again, Thursday, August 26th, 6 to 7 p.m. over at Jones Paideia Elementary Magnet. A couple other items. We are still challenged as a community, and both here in Nashville and certainly also as a global community, by COVID-19. Here in Nashville and as everywhere, the most important tool we have available to us is the vaccine, which is remarkably effective even as other harmful variants of the original COVID virus spread through the community. It is remarkably good at preventing hospitalization and death. I have heard over the past couple of weeks a troubling number of stories of people who have gotten either gravely ill or hospitalized. And in most of those cases, the folks had not chosen to get vaccinated. Your choice to get vaccinated is one of the most important choices you can make right now to protect yourself and others. Please do visit covid19.nashville.gov for a variety of opportunities to seek the vaccine. The vaccine is safe, free, and easy to get here in Nashville. We're very fortunate that our public health leaders have ensured easy access to both testing and vaccines for most of the duration of the pandemic. One other thing I wanted to mention, I, like many people I've spoken to over the past couple of weeks, was aware that there is a sixth assessment report published by the International Panel on Climate Change that was released last week. The report included a summary for policymakers, but the premise of this is basically the physical science basis. And there are a number of things. I feel like at this point we have achieved a full-blown crisis among all the other things we're doing. And there are some small steps that we can take right here as individuals in Nashville. NES has made sure that through a community solar program, you can subscribe to a solar panel. If you go visit gosolarmusiccity.com, you can both go solar or even give solar. They have partnered with the Community Foundation of Middle Tennessee to create a solar angel fund where you are literally providing clean energy assistance. If the thought of paying more upfront and getting a credit on your bill is too much of an upfront cost for that community solar project, TVA's Green Switch program is available for only $2 a month to make sure that you are getting blocks of clean energy to your home. Finally, just check out Root Nashville, rootnashville.org. They've got a ton of opportunities for tree planting. They're recruiting neighborhood captains for this as well, and help us achieve the goal of planting tens of thousands of trees across Nashville. I can tell you from firsthand experience, kids love this activity. Thank you, Mr. Pro Tem.
Thanks. Thanks very much. Any other council member Druffel?
Yeah, thanks, Pro Tem. We will be having a community meeting this Thursday at 6 p.m. at Hillwood High School to discuss the schools with Abigail Taylor, our school board member, and secondly, the repurpose of Hillwood High School as that moves to Bellevue. Love to see you there. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Nash.
Thank you, Pro Tem. District 27 was very fortunate to get approved for 2 potential traffic calming programs. And the first program on taking in both Westcrest and Brewer Drive, Westcrest from North Hilson to Watsonwood, and Brewer Drive from Edmondson Pike to McMurray Drive. We will be meeting with NDOT representatives to do the initial planning meeting this Thursday, the 19th at 6 p.m. We're going to be at the Fraternal Order Police Lodge at 440 Welchwood Drive, and want to encourage residents of those streets to join us. These are very citizen-driven kinds of projects, and the more we can get there to help out and get the signatures as we go forward and help plan this so that you get exactly the kind of traffic calming you'd like is very important. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Hager.
Thank you, Speaker Pro Tem. We're having a meeting on September the 2nd. This will be a WebEx meeting. It's changing a PUD on Oakville Boulevard. It was a commercial PUD. We're changing it predominantly to a residential PUD. So that'll be put out there as people want to get on there and make any comments about that particular change of the PUD there. And we'll answer any questions they have. Thank you. It'll be at 6 o'clock.
Thank you, sir. Councilmember Withers.
Thank you, Mr. Pro Tem. The Metropolitan Department has added another East Bank planning study community engagement opportunity that's going to be this coming Thursday at 5:30 p.m. at the MDHA headquarters building, which is located at 701 South 6th Street. That will be from 5:30 to 7:30. It's a drop-in opportunity. You don't have to stay the whole time, but I would love to hear any additional East Nashville or other community member comments and ideas for the East Bank. Thank you so much.
Thanks, council member. Any other council members with an announcement? Councilmember Van Rees.
Thank you very much. There are a few things going on in District 8, wanted to make sure and point out. First of all, if you are on the email list you received today, the 612 vision plan for the 612 Due West and South Graycroft, that's the old hospital blighted site that has a vision plan out. If you have not seen that document, you can go to nvrfordistrict8.com and find it promptly there, as well as on all the socials. I'm soliciting any feedback. So far, it's been fantastic support just even in the last few hours. But I want to make sure that everybody has a chance to look at that and ask any questions. Also wanted to point out that in just a couple of days, we are meeting over at 91 Donna to look at the historic landmark and a historic landmark overlay at the Sadler House at 91 Donna. It's under review for this, and it would allow the property owner to use the space for restoration and upkeep, and we want to make sure that, that we have a discussion about that. The Sadler home is that big white house on Old Hickory Boulevard in Donna, and if you are able to join us, masks are required to go into the house. You can hear from Metro Historic about the Sadler House on the 19th at 6 p.m. The adjoining church is allowing parking should there be a need for overflow. If you don't feel comfortable going, that's okay. Go again to the aforementioned website or socials, and you'll find a link to a YouTube link that shows you the interior of the home and kind of what is there. So I want to make sure that if you don't feel comfortable going into somebody's house in the age that we're in, you can still see the property. So make sure and check that out. Again, that's August the 19th at 6 p.m. at 91 Donna. Coming up on the 24th of August, there will be a discussion at 50 Forward. Again, masks are required inside the 50 Forward Madison Station building for a community listening session with the Civic Design Center. They've already been at the Anquis Station Farmers Market a couple of times and gotten some great feedback about the future park at Madison Station Boulevard. That's that green space that's now dirt space behind the library adjacent to the new Madison Station Boulevard. We want to make sure that we're getting ample feedback as to what you want in that future park. Again, that's August the 24th, and it'll be over at 50 Forward. All this information is available at nvrfordistrict8.com. Thanks.
Thanks very much. Councilmember Roten.
Thank you, Mr. Pro Tem. Just want to let everybody know that Friday morning at 10 o'clock, we're going to be doing the groundbreaking for the Ravenwood Regional Park. It's a 1,000-acre park there in the Hermitage, Donaldson area. And I hope all you're wanting to come out. It's where the old Ravenwood Country Club was. And we'll be turning some dirt up there at 10 o'clock on Friday morning. Look forward to seeing everybody there. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Welsh.
Thank you, Mr. Pro Tem. I just wanted to say thank you to Schools Director Adrian Battle and all of Metropolitan Nashville Public Schools for standing up for the mandate and fighting back in the face of a very bad decision by our current governor in terms of mask mandates. I would like all of the public school community to know that we have their back. And it is very important. We know what works. We need to stand up for what works so that we can put COVID in the rear view mirror once and for all. So I appreciate their courage in doing this. And we will work with them to see this through to the end, no matter where that road takes us. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Any other council members with an announcement? Seeing none, we've got a presentation that Councilmember Gamble is going to make. And guests. How about that?
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Pro Tem. And we are gathering up here at the podium. It is my honor and pleasure to present a proclamation recognizing the Hathaway family on the 50th anniversary of their family picnic day. And the resolution reads, and here with me today is our members from the Hathaway family. The resolution reads, whereas Jim B. and Roberta Hathaway of Nashville started the Hathaway Family Day Picnic in August 1971, and whereas this year marks the 50th anniversary of the Hathaway Family Picnic, held each year on the last Saturday in August in Nashville, and whereas multiple generations of the Hathaway family and friends and neighbors come together for the picnic to enjoy food, fun, and fellowship with each other, and whereas the Hathaway Family Picnic in celebration of love, heritage, culture, and honoring the memories of relatives who have passed away, and whereas the event assists in gathering information for the Hathaway family tree and recognition of ancestors, and whereas the Hathaway Family Picnic continues to be a pillar of strength for the Hathaway family, led by the 15 elder children of Jim B. and Roberta Hathaway, and whereas annual African American family gatherings date back to the emancipation when former slaves would place information wanted advertisements in newspapers in search of family, and whereas during these gatherings, extended family was significant as families were separated and new kinship ties were formed, and whereas family reunions are important rituals that have long contributed to the survival, health, and endurance of African American families, helping to maintain cultural heritage even in uncertain and turbulent times. Now, therefore, I, Jennifer Gamble, District 3 council member of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County, do hereby recognize the last Saturday in August as the Hathaway Family Picnic Day in honor of the tradition of strength and unity for the Black family. Please join me in giving the Hathaway family a hand. We'll hear a few words from Ms. Dina Woodward, recognizing the family.
Welcome.
Okay. I would like to say thank you to Metro Council and also to you, Councilwoman Gamble. And I'd like to thank you all for helping us to keep my grandparents' legacy alive, together, the family together, and community together for family fun and fellowship. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here.
Let me get somebody. Okay,
Maybe somebody can volunteer to take photos for them. Any other council members with announcements? Seeing none, the announcement session will come to a close, and be back in a little bit with Mr. Nolan. Thanks.